Hi everyone, welcome. Thank you for joining me. Thank you, chat managers, for your help. I appreciate it. Today is Monday. I'll be back this evening, and if anyone would like a reading from me, the link to my website is below the video, or feel free to call me or text me on my YouTube number. We'll negotiate a time that's good to talk. We lost a giant, at least in my opinion. Roberta Flack has left us. So may she rest in peace, but it seems like to me she has no regrets. She was 88. She was 88. I want to make sure I'm clear. I'm sorry. This morning is kind of a bit emotional because last night there is a song, guys, whenever I hear it, from CeeLo Green, Crazy. It takes me back to 2004, 2005. Yeah, somewhere around there. I don't remember exactly. When I first walked into the most beautiful home I've ever owned. And I can still remember that the smell, everything. But that's what was playing. A bunch of kids, the neighbor across behind my house, they have a bunch of kids and they were playing that song. So, and this morning I heard about this. It didn't make me feel very good. And unfortunately, one of my favorite shows on MSNBC, I think it's crazy. I don't understand. I am not surprised though, because I'm talking about Joy Reid, who I don't think she's fired. I'm not sure if they said she's fired or they just canceled the show. I think they probably canceled the show. But I wasn't surprised. I don't like it. But if you watch her show, I watch her show. I mean, unless I'm doing something important or I'm talking to a client, I miss it. But I love to watch her show. I love the way she speaks, her sense of humor, and the people she has on. But the thing is, I feel she's going to do even better. So the woman is very articulate. She's smart. Nothing is going to keep her down. This is 2025. I know that's what Trump and the people around him would like Americans to believe. But it's only they are talking, or only a small minority of Americans are going to go for what Trump is selling. That's my prediction. And I don't know. I believe I talked about it Saturday evening on the other channel. Like I predicted, unfortunately, C.Q. Brown, the chairman of the Joint Chief, I'm saying Stiff, I'm thinking of Skiff, was let go, fired, but that's okay. This does not bode well for the Trump regime, because he's proving every day, even to those who have never seen something that I've experienced a number of times, people less qualified than you are, getting promoted, or they put them in charge of you. I've experienced this quite a bit. So you don't have to explain. This is so obvious. If you compare CQ's qualification versus the guy that's coming. But my friend, I am not sad, because this is the lies, the disinformation and misinformation and all those things, and the incompetence. I don't know how many of you heard about Don Bongiono. I think that's his name, Don Bongiono, something like that. Kash Patel and him as, assistant FBI director. It is a recipe for disaster. I don't know, I'm not sure why or when it's going to happen, but I feel Patel cash, he's going to have some health issues if he's not having symptoms already. Okay, but that's something I was getting. I thought I would share. They are going to make the wrong decisions, those guys. Okay, and like I have been saying, in any American organizations, you're going to find some MAGAs. They're going to find people that are willing to carry out their crazy ideas. Okay, what's going to happen, like I have shared with all of you before, when you have that many unqualified people, they don't know better, and all their lives, or at least the last 10 years, they're so used to lying. They're going to continue because it worked for them. Look at it, where it got them. Okay, and that's what Papa Doc did in Haiti. He put those type of people, like I have explained in other videos, in all the key positions. But it's not going to work in America. The country is too advanced. More people know and understand what's going on in Haiti. You can baffle a great number of the population because a lot of them were illiterate, unfortunately. But it's a fact. It's written about. You have the middle class and upper class, they well educated and all that. Okay, so you can get. There are more, unfortunately, uneducated people than educated people. A lot of people who can't read, and it's not their fault. It's not that they're not motivated. If they were in this country, oh boy, that's why when they come to America, they work 5 jobs to push their kids to become doctors. That's what, to them, well, it's true. If you're a physician, it's respect and everything else. But anyway, those idiots, they are following the dictatorship book, and they are blaming, like I've said before, copying the urban stuff. Okay, you got to hate immigrants, blame immigrants for everything, and then DEI, because Trump's perception is blacks are not qualified to be in the positions that they are in, and Hegseth was very jealous of CQ Brown. He could not stand CQ Brown. Do you guys remember? Once I said I was not going to talk or be precise about which meeting I was talking about, but CQ Brown was there. I believe I said CQ Brown, or I said I would give his name, but I said Hegseth was having one of his first meetings. And if you look at CQ Brown's face and his eyes, you can tell he was very uncomfortable, and you can also tell that he knew. I mean, anybody can see it. But I'm just saying, he was like, what is heck shit talking about? Okay? So, but, heck shit has people around him. Besides, Trump didn't, wanted someone who looks more like you can be on TV than anything else. If you notice, he's been picking people from Fox News. They are failing, like the guy at the FAA and all these people. Okay? But you can't do that in this country. It's he would need a new approach. And let me say this, Trump has, right now, he is well positioned to do a hostile takeover of the country because he has the FBI, he has the military on paper. Okay, he doesn't have the courts because they're never going to go to his side. But he thinks he has the Supreme Court, and to a degree he does. But he has not been able to control them, and I don't think he's going to be able to. But intuitively, I feel. Kamala said something Saturday night, and that's what I have told you from the beginning. I cited 3 ways we can overcome this and get rid of Trump. And let me say this. We are the people in charge of this country, Democrats, whenever it happens, because let me tell you, Republicans are breaking up. And I still feel if it changes, I'll let you guys know. A group of Republicans are going to join the Democrats and do something. And if you notice over the weekend and the past week what's been happening with their constituents, screaming, yelling, and everything else. And I'll get to that point in a minute. But it's getting to a point right now. They are getting very embarrassed. Trump has basically placed a whole bunch of people who are not qualified in key positions, and Trump is going to try to execute. Okay, when I say execute is, I'm sure you guys heard replacing those DAG at DOD, and Eggshit admitted yesterday that that is to prevent anyone from sending in Trump way when he gives an order. And it's true. He blurted it out, but that's what it is. Okay. At the FBI, those guys are going to start pressuring people, investigating people. That's what's coming. Okay. Dan Bongino is arrogant, but he doesn't know very much. Okay. And he's one of those people who has a podcast where he lies to people and offer them all kinds of medications that don't work, vitamins and stuff. That's what I hear. And Cash is no better. So what they're going to try to do, since he's not very bright, they don't know very much, just like Elon, okay, who sent out that email the other night demanding that people prove to him what they did last week. He wants to know what they were doing. How is he going to be able to? Well, I guess he can scan all of them, but it's still not going to make sense. Still would take time. But anyway, I'm not going to waste time on that. The point I'm trying to make is, I cited Elon Musk, okay, as an example of incompetence. And even Kash Patel said, don't do what he said. But those guys are going to do the same thing. They're going to make the same mistakes. Right now, they're going to focus on us because that's who Trump wants to control. Don't be surprised. You're going to hear investigations, and Bundy's already going on TV making threats. Who she's going to go after? Watch what's coming. They're all going to fail, and it's not going to take very long. The public, I've been saying this for weeks now, that Trump is concerned and is afraid. People around him are sensing that, but the worst part for them, Americans are waking up or are awake now. And the only thing, what most people are doing is, okay, I'm thinking about this, or I'm told this. Let me validate, let me verify what I was told. And you're going to see. Like I predicted before, next week is March. Give it another couple of weeks. This is not going to last. And those guys, the decisions that they're going to be making, going after people for no reason. That's what they did in Haiti. And I don't know how many of you saw or heard what happened in Idaho, Coeur d'Alene, where you had those plainclothes people arresting a woman. She was taking part in a town hall. Okay. They basically dragged her out. They were twisting her arm. And now people are asking, why were they doing this? It's a town hall. Although it was supposed to be closed, people were not supposed to ask critical questions. It seems like that lady was asking critical questions. Okay? But what happened is, those guys reminded me of the Makouts. I don't know if you guys, I'm putting that there for a reason. The sheriff, instead of having his deputies to come, like they always do, call your deputies, and if the person is out of line, you ask the deputies come around, you come around with them and ask them to leave. But he had plainclothes people. And I've been saying to you guys, Trump is activating the 3%ers and his own militia. They're still trying to figure out where those people are from, those guys who moved that lady. I'm sure some of you have seen clips of what happens, and it's in the news right now. They're trying to figure out, where did that sheriff find those people? It's a test. That's what they're going to try. Trump and his regime, they're going to try to do throughout the country in different places. This is to scare everyone. I mean, we just happened to find about this one. We don't know how many more times, in the past week they've done it. But don't be surprised if you see it being replicated in different areas. And that is just like the Makouts in Haiti. That's what those guys are. The Tonton Makouts in Haiti, they didn't have uniform because they weren't part of the military. And the only thing is, there are certain, I don't remember, during Papa Doc's parade for his birthday, those guys used to wear jeans and the same color as the top. They had it like a jacket, so that would differentiate them. But that was the only time I remember they used to wear those types. That was their uniform. Okay, the material they make jeans with, and the top was of the same material. But those guys that I saw, that's why I said I'm going to use that today as an example to show you what I was saying last January. The videos that I made, I was explaining to people how this is going to go down. And that's what we are watching today. Buongiorno, Kash Patel, Bundy, yes, she's been at energy from someplace else, but she's a MAGA. She's doing Trump bidding for him, and a bunch of other people that he's placing throughout the government. These people are not qualified to be where they are. They're going to make we are used to people, qualified people in positions or in position of power or responsibility to do the right thing. Kennedy is going to kill a whole bunch of people because I don't know how many of you heard already. I believe the NIH or Department of Health has taken down their vaccine advisory stuff. Okay. A whole bunch of stuff they are doing. They are making the wrong decisions. And that's why I'm saying to you, this can't, the way they do dictatorship in Haiti, the way the guy from Hungary, I don't remember his name right now, but you guys know who I am talking about. Okay. You can't duplicate this in this country. You have to use a different template, a non-existent template. But since we have 2025, the project 2025, Trump is mixing the two. That's why Trump is writing executive orders like crazy. It's like he said, he's king. And that's not a dangerous thing for him. This country, no matter, very few, like the MAGA people believe in, they are Putinists, they believe in the Putin strategy of unity government. The president has all the power. So, and the approach to, dictatorship, it's not going to work in this country. I remember what happened in Haiti. I'm not Cuban, Okay? Although in Haiti I left, I was young, but there was nothing difficult about it. You were living in it, so you understood. I've lost, you know, watch this. I hope we don't have enough time to watch this take place in this country. But Bongiorno and Kash Patel, when they are investigating people, oh yeah, we're going to hear people getting door knocks at 5 a.m. from the FBI, these different organizations, and phone calls demanding that they do certain things, just like Auburn is the name I couldn't remember before, I'm sorry. Okay? Auburn, if he wants something or somebody around him, just like the Makuts in Haiti, they want something, you have a company, it's profitable, they want it from you, they make you an offer, they said you better take it and leave the country. You're going to get similar things. Well, Trump is doing it already. Okay? Right now, he's after MSNBC or NBC to pay him. It's not going to work. Even scaring people is not going to work. The notion that he's calling himself king, he has no clue. And that's where intuitively I feel, I hope I am wrong, but I don't see. It feels like to me, intuitively, it's going to take blood. And Trump realizing he's in an unsustainable position for him to leave power. That's the only way we're gonna get a break. And that's where this is heading, unfortunately. I don't want anybody to get scared, but we have to know and expect what's coming. Because if you notice, the people over the weekend and last week, when those Republican representatives were having the town hall meetings, the people are angry. Now, the people who are going to take to the street people are going to go peacefully. But Trump, as we know, he wants people to be fired upon. Shoot them, even if it's in the leg. The minute, I don't feel the military is going to follow him or, carry out those orders to kill people. Okay? But the people he's going to mix, the 3%ers, his militia, like those guys with the brown shirt yesterday. Well, they had the proper attire on too, those guys that dragged that woman out from that town hall meeting. The Trump brown shirts, they're going to mix in there and they're going to commit crimes. And let me tell you, the minute that happens, it's going to be difficult to stop it. I hope I'm wrong with that one too. Trump can kiss the presidency goodbye. But it feels like to me intuitively, that guy from Heritage Foundation, he was not kidding when he said they're going to implement Project 2025 and it will be bloodless if liberals, or I guess anyone who doesn't like it, don't get in the way. Otherwise, they're going to spill blood. And let me tell you, it's not only him. Not everyone around Trump wants that to happen. But Kash Patel, Bongiorno, yeah, unfortunately, because they don't know better. Those guys, they're so full of themselves now. They think they're so powerful. And, in a sense, you can get a false sense of confidence that I can do this when you look at what the power of our military. And and also of our security services. But you know, everything works. The plan looks fantastic until the first shot is fired, and then all hell breaks loose. The unexpected, the unplanned. You don't know who's going to turn on you. This is a very dangerous situation. And let me tell you guys, they already know that they're going to do this. It's not, I wish, I hope I'm wrong. But they have a plan. And let me tell you one more thing. Buongiorno, who's assistant FBI, it's not a decision that was made yesterday. All those things, all those guys, they were already chosen. And Trump boys, I'm talking about Don Jr. and Eric, they were all an integral part of the decision making and how to handle the population. What to do. They're not going to back down. Remember the Eric tweet? We didn't, I'm paraphrasing, but that's because basically intuitively I feel that's what he wanted to say. Whenever he posted that, if you think this, if you're complaining about this, we have more for you. It's because they know. They've had their plans that they're not going to leave the White House, regardless of how many people die. That is until they realize they're not going to be able to quell the uprising. I don't feel it's going to take that long. But expect Trump to unleash. And if you listen to, even if you listen to Musk, the way he's treating our federal employees, okay, he would not do that. That to me is so shocking. In the corporate world, they don't do that. I mean, some companies, wanky-danky companies, one person in charge, they do stupid things like that. They'll fire you and ask you to leave and stuff. They mistreat you. But corporate America, yeah, they have layoff all the time. They fire people every day. But the way Musk is doing it, public, employees, are you kidding me? This is a very, very bad example, but that is to show you how careless and ignorant they are. They are shooting themselves in the foot. Okay? But they don't realize that. All they care about is staying in power. That's the goal now. I hope, those of you who have been following me for a while, I got, oh my God. That's what they're shooting for. Okay? Expect what we saw in Idaho, unless, since it's on TV now, people may be afraid to just show their faces. Don't be surprised if they wear masks. Okay? But we're going to see this replicated until they realize people are not going to go for it. Hopefully that's what putting those guys on TV is going to do. But I want to say something to our federal workers. Yes, things are bad right now, but hang in there. I can't promise exactly when this is going to happen, and please, if you are out of work, do look for something else. But my prediction is you will be reinstated, but I can't tell exactly when. But it's going to take a few months, at least. And there is something else I feel that's coming intuitively. I don't know why this is going to happen. A bunch of people in the Trump regime may quit. I mean, en masse, it feels like to me it's going to be news or make the news. Okay? Because not everyone, you have a few people who are dumb and stupid enough to be inflicting pain on others, like they're doing to, and also they know where Trump is taking this country is getting clearer and clearer to his staff. Yeah, there is potential for that to come. Okay? And senators and people in the House, they did not all know. Mike Johnson knew where Trump was taking this country. A few senators knew where Trump wanted to take this country. I mean, we are just like Russia now. That's what Trump would like us to believe. That's his friend, Putin. He's doing Putin's bidding for him. You know what I'm doing the past couple of days? So I'm going to share it with you so that if you can do the same thing. We expect what's to come. We expect things to get a little worse. We have to let this take its course. The counter forces, thank God, people are getting pissed off, and it's only going to grow from here. It may not take very long. Since it's out of my control, I focus on other things. I don't get mad or too worked up like I was the first couple of weeks because, I have to do some work on myself, There's nothing I can do about it. I know it's going to take some time. It's going to take its course for this long. Okay? Relax. Expect the worst. Hope for the best. But this is going to fail. And let me tell you, I better not say what I was going to say. I'm looking for, I don't want to lose my channel. So I'm not going to make that prediction. But remember what I said one day. I would remind you of this moment, just like I reminded you. I told you, I couldn't tell you when I was talking about CQ Brown and Exit in that meeting, I could not be clearer. That time I knew CQ Brown wasn't going to last, but there was like right now, I have to cut back on because it runs over time. But hang in there. Don't get excited. Don't be afraid. Unfortunately, some people may die. Okay, so we're gonna have to protect ourselves. But like Kamala said this Saturday, we can, and the power is in our hands, like I predicted since the beginning. I said, there is no one that's going to come to save us. We are going to have to save ourselves. And that's what's coming. And let me tell you, major celebration, and we're going to get our country back on its footings. And we will rejoin our friends. And like I said, I don't know if I said that Friday, but I think I said that Saturday. Our friends, yes, they are angry at Trump, thank God, because they know the majority of Americans are not good with this. So they're gonna protect themselves in the meantime, just in case Trump lasts 4 years, but I don't think Trump is gonna last 4 years. Let me tell you, there is no choice. When Trump poll numbers drop, they're going to have to either another election or another mechanism to have someone else in charge of the White House. Trump is compromised. Vance is compromised. Mike Johnson is compromised. Okay? They're going to have to find a new way for a new commander-in-chief. It's not going to be like we have it right now. We're going to have to think out of the box. That's how bad. And you see Trump trying to, cover his past misdeeds, his relationship with Putin. So far, it's still a great thing to a lot of us. My friends, all those things are going to come out. And I can confuse time, as I've told you guys before. But I think it's all going to come out at a point in the not too distant future. It's not going to be good for Trump. No. And it's going to be in the midst of when people really turn on him. It's like when things feel like they're out of your control, there's nothing you can do. Okay, so it's like when you lose control in your car. You're turning the wheel every which way trying to get you back on track. Nothing works. The car is heading to the pole, to electrical pole, and just hang on. You're going to crash, and that's what's going to happen to Trump. He's not going to be able to control what people say about him. He's not going to be able to control what's coming out. He's not going to be able to control all his past misdeeds, what happened, how it happened. There are people who know it's all going to come out. And also, people within his circle will turn on him. Okay? We're going to know every little dirt Trump has when it comes to the way he betrayed America and Americans will come out. Okay? So hang in there, my friends. Like I've said before, we only know the little bit of of his past misdeeds. It's all going to catch up with him. That's my prediction. Oops. Somebody asked me about Social Security. When it comes to Trump, everything is on the table, okay? I feel we're going to be okay. The only thing I've said like a while ago, Elon and his bozos, if you used to get $400, they may send you $350 or something like that because him and his multi-billionaire friends need tax breaks. He wants to go to Mars. Yeah, let's see what happens. But intuitively, I don't feel that's going to affect us now. And before all this happens, there may not be a Trump presidency. So let's hang in there. We're going to get. I think I'm looking forward to my check too. My retirement check, so I can pay my rent. So I'm sharing this so I'm concerned about it too. But I'm not getting any dreams or anything that I'm not going to get it. If I do, I'll let you guys know. I'm not saying we're going to miss this month. So hang in there. We're going to have to learn to take this one day at a time. But we will be okay. Let me, I believe, oops, let me do this first. Let me look for you guys' questions. I meant to answer some questions I was asked, but I'll do that tomorrow. But the Social Security one, somebody asked me, I had to say something about that. Kelly Mack says, will Fed civilian employees who are purged in this coup be able to fight? Yeah, wrongful termination, absolutely. Will they end up being compensated? Yes. Worked for the IRS for 27 years and my 3 years short for my retirement. Yeah, all those things, okay, but it's going to have to be after this administration. What Trump, that's what I'm saying to you, they're going to have to think out of the box. They're going to compensate, okay, and help people. The Trump regime is mistreating right now. So hang in there, all right? But yeah, they're gonna, a lot of people, those who still want to work for the government, will be reinstated because it's a major brain drain. They have no idea what they're doing. They just want to fire people and hopefully, just like at the FAA, they fired the chief, the head of the FAA, and then planes started falling from the sky. Yeah, okay. Cancer research, all those good things. And now people are screaming, North Carolina or South Carolina, I don't remember what the NIH is. Yeah, or in Georgia, I'm not sure. But yeah, they're beginning to feel it. Okay. I'm looking for questions. Nora Garcia says, federal employees, please print out your last 3 evaluations and your latest pay stub. That's true. That's a good idea. Yes, you're right. That there's a lady on Blue Sky who keep reminding everyone of that. But the databases, yeah, they're stupid enough to do it, but I don't think so. All those things are backed up, and they are not on site. They are backed up off site. So they have their hands full and so busy trying to cover their tracks and other things, I don't feel they're going to have access or even try to. I mean, those young guys, they're not that smart, okay? They're just dumb. Anybody, that's why they got those kids, those young guys, to do their biddings for them. They don't know. They are immature, like I said, for a while now, okay? And they have, don't believe the hype. They are software engineers, probably 1 or 2 of them have been, have graduated from college, okay? They learn stuff from one another, from their friends and stuff like that. But look, if they were really engineers, what they are doing right now, any good engineer, the first thing they do, they analyze, plan, okay, design, and then all the rest. I don't see any of that. They're a bunch of dummies, little idiot, little hackers that are causing problems. To me, that's what it looks like. Okay, and I've been in this business since 1970, when I graduated from college, 79, 78, somewhere around there. Okay, so no, 78, yeah. All right, so I've been in the business and I do both. I know electronics and I can code from the lowest level. So those idiots, I was laughing the other day. Engineers, yeah, right. Please. Okay. Petra Morera says, why does Trump want to see the goal at Fort Knox? Arrogance? Okay, I forgot to mention this. Trump's plans, him and his family, is to stay president for life. Trump, if you notice, everything he does is about him and his family. So Trump is not thinking that anyone is going to say, okay, why are you doing this? Trump is looking. Do you guys remember? I told you he's going to get his hand caught in the cookie jar. He wants to know where the money is, gold or anything else that we have. He's just verifying, okay? Trump is a thief. I'm sorry, I'm being honest, and no, nothing is going to happen to me. Okay? That's why Americans now are beginning to be very suspicious. If he finds a way to steal, to him he's not stealing. He deserves it. He's going to take it. Did you guys hear how he's complaining about getting new airplanes, new Air Force Ones? He's mad because I believe Boeing is designing and building the Air Force One as if it's his. Yeah. So we will find out what Trump is doing behind the scenes, him and Elon. The notion that Elon is rich, he doesn't need money, that's baloney. Okay? If he did need money, why is he looking for tax breaks? Okay? It's a lie. They never have enough. And like I told you a couple of years ago, the way they're treating those federal workers, they just wanted to filter down to the rest of us. And that's why they have Bongiorno and Kash Patel in those positions, among others we don't know about. But you know something? It may be them. Instead of trying to putting us in those positions, this thing may revert on them, because I don't see how Trump is going to be able to accomplish this. Yes, he has all his people in position executing it. Now, like I said, they are so overconfident, it's not funny, and that's when they fail. So hang in there, my friends. Will Trump and Elon be able to steal from Fort Knox? No, Marriott, they can't, because they will have to walk. I don't see them stealing it that way. Okay, let me be honest with you guys. I don't know how Trump is going to, because that's what all dictators do. They steal from the public coffers. Papa Doc, that's what they did. That's what he did. Other countries would donate to Haiti. He took the money. It's his money. He shared it with the big makouts that were around him, and Trump is going to do the same thing. If you notice the way he behaves, like I gave you the example of the airplanes, it's the same thing. I don't know exactly if he's going to steal gold bars. He may take one. I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm not seeing it. I'm just telling you no. But don't be surprised, because right now he's doing some of that stuff that Papa Doc used to do, or the people around Papa Doc used to do. They work by a business. They did it to me. I was 15 before I came to this country. I was driving a Cadillac, my father's car. My father was here. He was no longer on power. The guy seized my car because he could. He was a makout. Thank God my friend was playing in Papa Doc's son's jazz band, musical band, you know. He was able to go and get the car back for me. But otherwise, they would have taken my car. That's how these people think. That's what dictators do. You have a business, they want it, they take it. That's what's coming. That's why I'm looking at Bezos. Well, they think giving Trump a couple of $1 million today is going to satisfy him. No, they haven't. All of them, they are greedy. They never have enough money. They want more. That's why the Elon, myth, he has enough money. He doesn't. It's just he doesn't need any more money. That is not true. Okay, and I think Americans are beginning to wake up to that lie. Okay. Oh, Lord. Thank you, everyone, for spending time with me. Thank you, chat managers, for your help. I appreciate it. The time flew by, but, if you have questions, please post them. I will answer them. If you like the channel, please subscribe, and also don't forget to tap on the notification bell. If you would like a reading from me, the link to my website is below the video, or feel free to call me or text me on my YouTube number. We will negotiate a time that's good for both of us to talk. If you like the channel, well, like I said earlier, please give me a thumbs up. That would help me a lot. I will see you. Oh, well, those of you who come to my other channel, I was looking at the screen, something somebody wrote, but I'll answer it tomorrow. If you watch me on the other channel on Monday evenings or Saturday evenings, I'll be there this evening. Join me. Otherwise, I will see you all tomorrow. Till then, bye.